Yeah, making a video, comment video, I guess. There's a few snarky people that, need disposal. Ugh, people. Yuck. Anyway, I'm just saying is a cop-out saying used in order to say something while pretending not to say it. I'll tap that ass. Just saying. So just saying is the same as I'm just saying. You can't tell the difference between those phrases. And one is clearly just a slang, and the other one is a statement trying to say, look, get back to the original subject, please. I'm talking about. So I guess I'll just change the phrase to I'm talking about, or something like that. And that'll please you idiots, you morons, you fuckwits, you useless pieces of shit. I mean, this is such nonsense. I mean, clearly, you can't go through all my videos and find any point where I use the phrase I'm just saying for any other purpose than to merely get the subject back to the original subject. So anyway, you can go to hell and die. Soon, Lauren Davis, or whatever the hell it is. Oh, stupid old Puro left a remark. Jesus, the way you talk to Brett is almost as bad a person as me. Yeah, well, whatever. You can fuck off, too. I really don't need Puro statements. Goodbye, asshole. Alright. I am quoting mine his channel. Quantum physics is bullshit. Yes, it is true. Quantum physics is not bullshit, sir. Without the transistor, like I already made this argument, transistor was going to get invented anyway because tubes were insanely inefficient, and you didn't need quantum physics to do it. You just didn't. Okay, I grew up when this stuff was happening, and clearly the researchers were just doing experiments. They weren't doing any physics first. It wasn't like inventing the bomb, where you had to do the theory first before you could do the actual mechanical experiments. The transistor was invented through experimentation. They knew it was there, and it was just a matter of finding the right way to mix it. I mean, in a sense, Einstein discovered the transistor. As soon as he figured out this photoelectric effect, the transistor was already on the way. Idiot. Alright, this guy, Stephen Beshears or something, he's actually had brain surgery. Actually had his skull cut right off, right in half, and, the whole back end removed, no doubt, to remove some sort of crap. I don't know what kind of crap it was. But if it was a tumor, it just makes this whole conversation ironic because he might have gotten it from eating meat, the idiot. But apparently this is a subject he just can't handle at all with any kind of rationality or proportion. So you just, fuck him. I mean, he's left tons of little raggy comments all over the place. So anyway, I actually like what Gary talks about. Well, then why are you bragging and talking all this shit on my goddamn boards, asshole? This all started when I asked the simple question, are you vegan? And I don't know why you would ask the question if you like my videos, because it's kind of obvious in all my videos. I just think it's just not that hard to figure out, all on your little own, without me having to broadcast it every 15 minutes. I mean, it's just kind of stupid. Then the hyenas come out calling me uncouth. Well, you got off easy if that's all they called you. I'll call you a Nazi bigot. So, a useless Nazi bigot should be run over by your own tiger tank and such. Oh, the irony. Yeah, the irony of you thinking you're in some sort of righteous position as the sadistic murderer. Fuck you. So I'll read all of this shit before I say goodnight to Stephen. Exactly. So arrogant, it's borderline insanity. So I don't know what these are responses to. I have no idea. This is just the way they show up on my thing. So I guess he's talking to somebody else who's been blocked. I wish your parents would have the same ideology as you. Then you wouldn't have to argue with your ignorant ass. Yes, and I wish that your parents didn't have you either, because they obviously didn't take any responsibility for the monster they were raising, and blah, 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 blah. So yes, we don't like each other. Got it. That's why you'll die out. See, again, idiot. He thinks philosophy is a genetic component. So another loser who can't do any rational thought. Well, obviously he doesn't have all of his brain, but that's no excuse. There's no doubt he was the same asshole before the surgery. But I'm the ignorant one, laughing my ass off. Well, you'll show your ignorance later, so yes, you are an ignorant, dumb fuck with a big fucking mouth. Sorry, you're wrong, man. No, you're wrong, man. Boy. You got very short legs. Sounds good to me. I don't know what that is. So he gets a bunch of, I don't know what these are, thumbs upsies from this guy. I don't know. I don't know what these little yellow turds are. Maybe they're yellow turds. I don't know what the fuck that is. Maybe they're middle fingers. I don't know. You people really have to learn how to articulate a little, especially, you know, considering these are like hour-long videos. You think you could take a little time to write a comment that actually says something that somebody might give a shit about. Sucks when you're wrong, don't it? Yeah, well, again, you're the one who's wrong. Sucks when all you can do is resort to name-calling it, doesn't it? Well, that's what you're resorting to. That's a sign that you have no real argument, which you're demonstrating, idiot. Oh, man, you're really dumb. Y'all act like I'm the weird one. No, we're acting as if you're one of those regular, stupid, idiotic, cliche fuckwits who hasn't given any thought to the subjects, but just opens your big fat mouth as if you have a qualified opinion and you don't understand shit. You fucks are off your rockers. Ooh, it sounds like an ad hominem attack. Rabid, question mark. I'm okay with that. At least I'm not delusional. Well, no, you're stupid. Same thing. LOL, you should join the other guys at the Church of Gale. LOL, fucking loser. I don't know what that means, but whatever, you ignorant cunt. I'm immoral, question mark, but you're the one hoping bad things happen to me. Check out my channel. Your wish has already come true. LOL, fuck you. Well, again, you know, live by the sword, die by the sword. Live by the shitty diet, get fucked by the shitty diet. I mean, there's no, you know, you can't really have an argument about the health thing anymore, okay? I mean, it's just, the statistics are pretty much, every time they even look at it a little bit statistically, there's just no way to find where the meat eaters do so much better than the vegetarians. And where were they cooking on said fire? So this is the thing he doesn't understand, that fire is a relatively recent controlled substance, okay? Like marijuana or something else. It wasn't around millions and millions of years ago. You see, it's only around in like recent where most of the humanoids had it or controlled it. You could nail that down to like 100,000 years at best, where there was substantial control of fire. So that's how long people have been able to throw things on the fire. You can't, I mean, again, you have to understand, right, that, you know, without a whole bunch of organization, there's no way a single individual human can chase down prey, okay, and catch it. Unless you're talking about a lizard or something, or a bug. Okay, real animals are much quicker than we are. And dead animals are obnoxious. And there's lots of rules you have to learn about cooking meat even, right? You know, can't eat the guts, different things poison the meat. It's really easy for it to go bad. So it's not so simple. And obviously, so cooking is sort of essential to it. So obviously, we were never eating raw meat. If you think that we were doing that at some point, you're really fucking dumb. It's not appetizing. It's not digestible. It just doesn't win in any. It's not even healthy in the sense that raw meat would be often septic. You have just no argument here. Human beings aren't an animal that are natural meat eaters. We're not anything close to anything, okay, but a vegetarian organism. Because there's no opportunity. There's no fresh meat that just lies around in the environment for us to pick up like an apple and eat. Fresh meat doesn't grow on trees. Retard. Oh, God. These people are so... You're just saying why? Why should I even have to bother with idiots? Well, I won't in the future. I just, sooner or later, Just keep blocking them. Sooner or later you'll run out of them. One hopes. Name a point in human history when we weren't meat eating and procreating. Okay. Before, say, 70,000 years ago, we weren't. That'll be my guess. In any substantial part of our diet. There you go. That's the point in history. Isn't that one of the reasons we're here? No, the reason why we're here is because, like the other organisms, we adapt to environments and we exploit them. But, why isn't Neanderthal still here? He was a meat eater. His diet was 90% meat. That's all he ate. And our descendants were the vegetarians, mostly vegetarian. So how come we're here and they're not here? Think about that, asshole. To perpetuate the species, perpetuate, sorry. I have pretty bad eyes now. To perpetuate the species, question mark, you probably believe the Illuminati killed JFK, right? So you think human beings had fire 1 million years ago, or 2 million years ago. The monkeys built fires in the trees. You're pretty dumb. You think apes, gorillas are eating meat? You think any of the, most of the simians don't eat meat because when they can't catch it. And the only ones they found now, even like chimpanzees, they use the extraordinary examples, like a psychotic chimpanzee that goes running after monkeys with sticks and killing them. And they sometimes eat their own babies. So you want to use that as an example? Is that how we started to learn how to eat meat? By eating our own children, idiot? Anyway, go join the Church of Gael. Where your ilk belong. Well, again, you're the one with the ilk problem. In that you don't understand the truth. And here you are just talking shit. Because you don't understand anything about science or evolution or any of that shit. It's like lesbians yelling, we don't need men, but yet fuck themselves with fake dicks. I don't know why that's your problem, but it's fucking retarded, and so are you. That's fucking funny is what that is. But I'll even, the very fact that that's how infinitely replaceable you are is the funny part. How useless. You fart men. Well, we always farted, it's natural. Then we have the minority of people like you who try to push your bullshit on other. Yeah, right, the people who tried to stop the Nazis, and the people who try to stop the drunk drivers, or the people who try to stop the bullfighters, or stop the dog fighters, or stop all the people that gratuitously and with insensitivity, and often like you, with almost sadistic glee, sit there and pretend they have a right to harm feeling things. Well, fuck you. If you want to deny millions of years of evolution. So again, where's your evidence? Where are you going to find this evidence? That humanoids were raw meat eaters. Where? Where are you going to find the biological evidence for that? When they introduced steak tartare, raw beef, as a dietary choice in North America, they did it for the very purpose of losing weight. See, a guy was really fat. And so they gave him a diet of raw beef because he couldn't digest it, so he lost weight. That's how much your body doesn't even want to know about raw meat. You idiot. Oh, fuck. Millions of years of evolution. I mean, how can you say something that's stupid? You really do. You really think human beings were eating raw meat. Go chew some raw meat. See, tell me how wonderful and great it tastes. Idiot. The only way they can make steak tartare edible is that they have to spice it and lemon juice it and, fuck with it. They have to pour acid on it, essentially. The brain used to think poorly with, yours, evolved that way because our ancestors started consuming meat. It's exactly the opposite truth, okay? Like, again, the branch of the human race who was, of humanoid that was the meat eaters are the ones that didn't survive, asshole. Look it up, asshole. No, you look it up, asshole. This is no argument. You don't eat meat. Fine. Keep it to yourself. Oh, that's like saying, what? You don't incarcerate Jews and kill them. Why don't you just mind your own business? No, fuck you. Oh, God, you're just such an idiot. Who gives a fuck besides you? It doesn't matter who gives a fuck besides me. It's about describing reality. You're either a fucking disgusting taker, or you're not. And yeah, I want to be in the not category, asshole. Slaughterhouses are a nightmare, but oh, you concede the point. Oh, interesting. But that is a different conversation than meat eating. I don't know exactly how you separate the slaughterhouse and the factory farm and even the unfactory farms, which are quite disgusting, from the fact that you eat meat. Anyway, so you eat fake meat and think you're righteous or something? No, I wouldn't eat any kind. I don't need to eat meat. There's so many things to eat. Millions and millions of things to eat that don't have meat in them. Really yummy good stuff. Well, take your self-righteous ass. Well, again, it's not self-righteous. It's universally righteous. It's what's called being rational. You recognize that, gee, what's important about my life? Oh, that's right. I don't like being harmed. And maybe you don't like it. And so then you rationally figure out that, oh yeah, the other creatures don't like it either. They're mammals too. Oh, gee, nobody gives a fuck what you eat. Well, again, that's right, because none of the stuff I eat is screaming, and none of it's suffering, and none of it's being caused all kinds of... You did have brain surgery. You do know that your brain is sort of a vital organ and all that kind of stuff, right? You can eat shit for all I care. Well, again, you just don't get the point, right? I mean, it's just kind of silly. You're just some Nazi saying, mind your own business. No, fuck you. It is my business. I'll enjoy my fried chicken. Well, again, get what you deserve, fuckhead. Refer back to my link in this thread, or just keep denying the facts. Oh, you had a link? Yeah, well, it didn't show up. I'll see if I'll check the spam folder. But it obviously can't be anything called a link to anything honest. You goddamn fucking prick. Oh, yeah, resorting to name calling. So here we go. Here we go. Here's the link. Sorry, vegans. Oh, it's Time Magazine. Oh, it has so much. It's so interesting. Let's see. Oh, yeah, how meat eating made us human. You think this is science, do you? Huh? Again, the Neanderthals are the dead ones. Okay, they're the meat eaters. They had at 5 years old, they were already fully mature. See? And the humanoids, the ones that were smart, okay, they're the ones that stayed small. And the babies took a long time to grow and mature because guess what? They were doing the language thing. So this isn't science, quite obviously. Time Magazine. I think they once declared ice cream Man of the Year or something. Yeah, it's such a fucking brilliant periodical. Oh, let's see. Science doesn't give a hoot about your politics. Think global warming and hoax of vaccines and dangerous. Doesn't matter. You're wrong. Oh, that's interesting. Something similar is true of vegetarianism. Vegans are absolutely right when they say that a plant-based diet can be healthy. Can be. No, it is healthier. See, so if they were going to be honest, they'd say will be healthier. Okay, statistically. Varied and exceedingly satisfying, and that not for nothing. Oh, this is a real grown-up wrote this shit. It spares animals from several torments of being part of the human food chain. All good so far. Okay, but vegetarian, and then there's veganism. I don't know where. There's veganism, and then there's veganism in uppercase. Ideological veganism, the kind that goes beyond the diet, lifestyle, and wisdom, all sorts of confrontational crusade for this crowd. So it's a crowd. It has become an article of faith. It's an article of faith to recognize that sentient creatures shouldn't be exploited by human beings. Oh, gee, that's faith. It's not logic. Okay, that not only meat eating is bad for humans, but it has always been bad for humans. That we were never meant to eat animal products at all, and that our teeth, facial structure, and digestive system are proof of that. Well, you're not going to undo that fact, fuckheads. So, you're so done. This article is so cooked as being fucking pseudoscience. Alright, as you see let's get to the real thing. But sorry, it just ain't so. Oh, jeez. As a new study in Nature, oh yeah, Nature, the fucking cunt magazine that, sucks. It's a piece of shit. They don't know shit about physics, that's for sure, either. Anyway, not only did, fuck you, nature. When I get my Nobel Prize, you're going to be the first periodical I mention as a piece of shit. Because, yeah, I sent it to you, and you didn't do shit with it. Yeah, some peer review. You just throw things in the garbage because you cunts can't understand shit. Not only did processing meat come naturally to humans, again, how? Where's the evidence of that? That is just such a preposterous statement. Processing, sorry, I didn't realize. Yeah, we're talking about fire again. Yeah, so go ahead, show me the million-year-old fireplace. It's entirely possible that without an early diet that included generous amounts of animal protein, we wouldn't have become human, at least not in the modern, verbal, intelligent humans that we are. Well, again, then, how does that explain how we kicked Neanderthals' ass? It was about 2.6 million years ago that meat first... 2.6? Are you out of your fucking mind? Oh, what a crock of shit. First became a significant part of the human diet. What a pile of shit. Alright, so this is no point. There's absolutely no evidence that human beings controlled fire 2.6 million years ago. No fucking evidence. Alright, anyway, the authors of Nature paper, this is so disgusting. I mean, this pseudoscience like this gets recognized. Absolute crap. So it's some woman, Catherine Zink. You're full of shit, bitch. And Daniel Lieberman. Yeah, well, fuck you, cunt. Yeah. Live in the concentration camp you deserve. Let's see, 15 million years of chewing cycles a year. What a proxy. The authors of the paper. Eating enough root food to stay alive would have had to go through up to 15 million chewing cycles a year. So they don't understand that human beings were processing vegetable matter way before they were processing meat, in the sense that the first human tools were knives for cutting grass, and they would obviously, the stone tools, we have those, okay? They ground the grain. They didn't chew the grain. So this is based on a stupid assumption. So what they do is they say, well, look how hard seeds are, and if human beings had to chew all those seeds, their teeth would have been ground away. And we know just by looking at South American Indians that nobody eats grains raw. They don't just take a handful of grains and stick them in their mouth and go, boom, boom. No, they always process them. So again, just so fucking pile of shit science. Oh man, this is so bad. This is where meat stepped in and ran and secured in to save the day. That is right. No evidence. Without fire, there's no way we ate meat. Prey that has been killed and then prepared either by slicing, pounding, oh yeah right, flaking, provides a much more calorie-rich meal with less chewing. There's a pounding, so yes, so we pounded raw flesh, raw meat. We sat there and took a dead squirrel and we pounded it and then ate it. Yeah, no facts, no evidence that ever happened. No evidence that human beings were pounding dead animals. None. They were pounding the grains that you fucking scientists can't figure out how to do science. Wow, that's just so disgusting. So yeah, so all this crap just to justify a lie. A lie, a lie, a lie, a lie, a lie. Oh, anyway. People are disgusting. Disgusting pile of shit. Amazing they get away with that. So yeah, fuck you, Time magazine. Yeah, this is about your size. This is about how connected to reality this tripe is. Disgraceful. Go eat some ice cream. Remember, they put ice cream on the cover. That was the last issue of Time magazine I read. I didn't even read it. When I saw a fucking ice cream cone on the cover of Time magazine, that's the day I threw it. I said, fuck this. And the day I said, fuck this to 60 Minutes was the day they did a lead story on Noah's fucking Ark. I mean, fuck this shit. This tripe. For human consumption. For the bigots to eat. Give the bigots food. Feed the bigots. Alright, it's also a Megadeth song. It's not a new saying. LOL. Yeah, whatever. one day you're going to wake up dead. Oh, so there he's even defending that kind of nonsense. Alright, well anyway, we're done with you. So you can fuck off, asshole. See ya. Goodbye. And so long. Get what you deserve. That's all I got to say. Get what you deserve. Ugh. God, I hate people. So now we move on to the fake Sagan, I guess. Since I've already spent a whole pile, since I've killed half this video on that crap. I just can't believe how bad that people are. They're just so evil. They have to rationalize every one of their pieces of shit. Rationalization after rationalization. Anyway, so I make a video talking about Jesus Freak being a con artist, and does fake Sagan stay on that subject? No. What does he do? Oh, he just starts making a bunch of personal attacks. Oh, okay, cool. Typical. Thank you, fake Sagan. You're welcome. So yes, I said thank you for, yes, thank you for revealing, number one, how stupid you are. So yes, you can say you're welcome to that. Because I had no idea what a dumb, ignorant, stupid idiot you were until this whole fiasco. And how dishonest you are, just fundamentally dishonest. Oh, just grotesquely dishonest. Why are you crying? Question mark. Joy. Gratitude to God. So you're grateful that God gave her a condition so she could have surgery to repair her condition. Because that's just such fun. For protecting Stephanie and keeping your fucked up predictions about surgical complications from coming true. Now, did I predict some kind of complications? No, I had the prediction that I predicted there's a statistical risk. Gee, how outrageous that I personally wouldn't, impose those risks on my kid, without really, it being necessary. Because, yeah, it's all kinds of... People come out of surgery all kinds of fucked up sometimes. And again, we don't even know if she hasn't come out of it all fucked up, really. So just keep pretending it's all okay. Okay, go ahead. Pretend major surgery is something to be casual about. Oh, okay. What if your daughter needs thousands of bucks someday? $1,000 someday. My daughter is set. We keep saying that. Well, first off, your daughter, even for $1,000, I can't even pay you $1,000 not to hit her or beat her up or abuse her because she says one of your trigger words. I mean, you're a joke. And, this whole idea that there won't be some, nobody is set in this world that exists, okay? Because all the rich people are holding a bunch of uncollectible debt, when the stock market crashed, a lot of rich people got really poor, really fast. Idiot. But if she ever did need $1,000, I would get $1,000, even if I had to murder a team of armed car drivers. So if one of the armed car drivers were named, Marianne Figgenfattle, you'd go ahead and kill her, even though she was somebody else's daughter. Yeah, wow, you're really such a cool guy. So smart and clever to get it. So he'd go kill some innocent people to go get money for his daughter because he's a psychotic lunatic. Oh, okay, get it. I got it. Yeah, we know you're a psychotic lunatic. Someday maybe society should figure that out. I would gladly accept God's judgment and eternity in hell for her. Yeah, so does anybody believe that he really would gladly accept eternity in hell, okay, for the pleasure of killing some innocent people to get his daughter $1,000? Yeah, I don't think so. Gary, you really need to stop worrying about what other people do with their money. No, I have every right to worry about fakes and frauds and liars and cunts, just like your president, okay? The president you supported, the lying, creepiest, one of the creepiest human beings on planet Earth, okay? Your hero, come to save your day. And others, liars and cheaters. And Jesus Freak is a liar and a cheater. Now, you won't admit it? Okay, it just... bad on you. It's not bad on me. Alright? It's bad on you. You support lying and cheating. So we kind of get that's sort of the game you're playing. You're playing the fake Christian, the fake I have integrity, I have honor, I won't lie to you, I won't deceive you, I won't cheat you. Okay, your friends are cheaters, quite obviously. You're attracted to cheaters as friends because obviously it's a character defect you possess. You like liars and cheaters because you are no one to talk. Well, again, I am somebody to talk. You called me a sponge here. You sponge. Okay, so, he's going to bring up my personal shit, right? So the personal stuff he asked me to talk about, and again, the stuff I resisted doing any conversating about because, yes, you're just going to use this against me. The fact that I have a limitation, a disability, whatever, you're going to take advantage of it and say that it's a fake and it's a fraud and that because I have it, I'm some sort of criminal. And by his logic here, if somebody actually did have health insurance and they used, they needed surgery for and it cost $50,000 and in their life they only paid in $10,000 to the insurance fund and yet they're getting $50,000 of coverage, well then they're crooks. It's just an amazing. But again, just where's the subject is Jesus freak not being a poor man, and that poor people who aren't poor shouldn't pretend that they're doing a charity because they don't have the money. I mean, when you solicit money from the public, it's usually because you need the money, not because you just want somebody else to pay for your problems. You're supposed to have a real financial problem. That's why you're soliciting funds, because you have a real financial problem. Isn't that the way it's supposed to work? Logically? And you can't admit that that's the way it's supposed to work? Oh, I mean, it just shows that you are the president you elected. You're completely consistent with his kind of ethics. You're the cheaters. You're the one advocating for the backdoor escape hatches and all the rest of this crap. And then this is coming from a guy who wasn't disabled and took welfare. And again, I'll just for those people who want to, talk shit, well, I'll read the rest of it. But it's just so offensive that, okay, so because I point out that Jesus Freak solicited funds without any kind of being honest and saying, look, I'm not really desperate for the money, I just don't want to pay for this. And not being honest means this is a game you play. No explanation of exactly why she wasn't covered, why she doesn't have health insurance. Anyway. Before, I don't know what that means, I worked and paid into Social Security. You only worked for a few years as a teenager. Well, let's understand, I worked from the time I was 11. That means I worked an hour and a half a day, 6 days a week, delivering newspapers as a kid. And when I was 15, I started working more than 30 hours a week. And I did that till I was, mid-20s. It got a little dicey towards the end because I started changing different jobs because I couldn't drive it during the day, and the limitation things started happening, blah, 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 blah. But absolutely no evidence that I ever was unwilling to work or didn't even have a passion for working, which I think kind of obviously did. And the fact that since then I've acquired a lot of skills. I mean, I'm kind of a Class C, B mechanic. I can install a furnace, I can do electric, I can even fix electronics. So, where did I acquire all those skills? By not working? No, I think because I did work. Roofer, You only worked a few years in your as a teenager. So again, that's just not true. And I'm not going into all my personal circumstances, but I've done work the whole time I've been on this planet. So it's just a lie to say I just haven't worked to my fullest capacity because I haven't been gainfully employed. I've been ungainfully employed. And you've been collecting Social Security for decades. Well, let's understand it's way less than $1,000. I mean, it's way less than $800. It's not very much Social Security because you didn't, as a kid you don't pay any Social Security taxes pretty much, on the years I delivered newspapers before I was 15, and then even after you're 15, because the businesses that you work for, especially restaurants, they don't declare your full salary, so you don't get covered for as much Social Security. You don't pay in as much as the employers don't pay in to the fund, so part of your your total is low. So yeah, I'm not living on much. The money you paid in was spent long ago. That's irrelevant. Like I said, it's an insurance fund. And again, if you want to claim I'm not disabled, then go ahead and make the public accusation or something. I don't know what to say. What, and then I'll show you the doctor reports. And what do you want? Some kind of witness testimony to how much it has ruined my life, you fucking cunt? I mean, it's just so offensive. You know, and this has come from this weasel who talked about Brett Keane being disabled when clearly he's the one who's not disabled. You know, he's the one who doesn't have any work record. I mean, you're just such a liar for Christ. I mean, really, the more Christian people get, the more of an obscene and disgusting liar they become. You're spending my tax money. Well, again, you've apparently already absorbed a whole bunch of welfare in your life, and you've been a social cost in the sense you've been a brutalizer of other people, a criminal, essentially. You've beaten women, and you're afraid you would beat your child. So I think you're the one that's been the social blight, where I can provide plenty of evidence of all the people I've helped out. People whose cars I fix for free and all of that kind of stuff. So even if I didn't get paid for working, I did plenty of work. Okay? Yeah, get a job. So that's what he would say to somebody who has a thing. And so, I mean, you would expect he would have said that to Brett Keane by now. You know, back when he was friends with him, he would have done him the fair, honorable thing and said, Brett, why don't you go and get a job? So anyway, so whatever, fuck you, Fake Sagan. You have shown yourself to be all you are, which is just a bully and a troll. So bravo, you suck. Fuck you. You know, okay, just to be fair, since he's going to bring up personal stuff. The Amazing Atheist in his Drunken Peasants room the other night reported that Cody conveyed to him, Kobe, whatever I used to call him, Toby, that Fake Sagan got into a dispute with him because Fake Sagan was harassing him to make a porn movie for him. I guess Fake Sagan wanted to be in the porn movie, but he wanted Cody to be in it because he wanted to, exchange sexual pleasures with Cody. So let's just understand. That's what, tough guy with his pickaxe, wants to suck a boy's dick. Because Cody really was kind of a boy, looked like a boy. Yeah, so. And let's also understand that Fake Sagan actually knows the terminology for not being a true pedophile. Like, instead of calling somebody a pedophile, well, if they like 12 to 15-year-olds, then they're a homophile or something. He actually knows the word for that. Who but one of those whatever-ophiles would actually know that there's a technical term for that? Yeah, probably the guy who is into that shit. So anyway, let's just throw that little crap out there, if we're going to get personal. So you're afraid that you're a baby abuser. You know you're a woman abuser. You know you've battered human beings, and you deserved to go to jail for it. Yeah. And you're going to sit there and point your fucking crookedy, bent, double-jointed, creepy finger at me, you creepy piece of shit. So anyway, fuck you, loser. I'm glad Jesus Freak suckered you out of $1,000. It couldn't have happened to a bigger asshole. The thieves should steal from the crooks. So, yes, you got what you deserve, which is, yes, excellent. Very good. Fantastic. I mean, it just doesn't, he says he has a girlfriend. I wonder how she feels. Oh, you gave $1,000 away to a crook. Oh, for Jesus. But she's probably, she's probably retarded. So, can't expect much. Oh, God, what a creep. Anyway, so, goodbye, jackass. I just hate people. If God is love, phone sex is babies. I think my brother said that. I don't even I don't even know how to make anything out of that. God is love, throwing sex is... I don't know. It's stupid. Wow. I went to Kane's site. Okay. Bread guts are really... nihilistic punk should be thrown in. Yes, or whichever. Yes. That's good stuff. Alright, so the rest of this is okay. I just hate people. Mostly. So anyway, enough of the video. I hate this planet. I just hate it. Scums. It's just scum everywhere.